Electric bill is through the roof. So normally I'll pay $50-$60 a month for my electricity this time of year. Now that I added a wall charger to my electric panel, it has skyrocketed to $230 a month. I'm in Mass and the kWh is 0.2601, so I am paying roughly $170 extra a month in electricity for the car, and I used to pay $160 a month in gasoline for my ICE car, so I'm really not seeing any savings in going electric aside from not having to do regular service on the new electric car. Does this sound about right to the folks in the Northeast? This is my first winter with the car. I picked it up in October 2019. You must drive a lot. $170.26 is 650 kWh or roughly 2,600 miles a month. You should check with your utility company on different electricity plans available. Typically they should have one for electric cars which has a low kW rate during off-peak times, usually 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. Then you set your car to only charge at those times so that your only charge may be 14 cents a kW instead of your current 26 cents, or saving you about $80 a month. You say you're paying $170 extra a month based on 26 cents a kWh. That's 653 kWh of energy you use per month in the car. That is about 2,176 miles at 300 Wh winter mileage. If your gas car cost was $160 and the cost of gas is $2.70, you burned about 59 gallons of gasoline. So your car efficiency was, according to you, 36 mile gal, assuming you drove the same distance in both cars. This is saying your gas car was very efficient. If any of those numbers are different, then you said you can correct me. In any case, you're driving 26k miles a year, which is higher than average. Your electric rate seems high. I'm in California. It's about 21 cents per kWh. This is not the kWh rate they quote in the bill. This is taking the bill total, dividing by the number of kWh used. Lots of people that quote the price as 0.07 or 0.14, I believe, are not including the taxes. I could be wrong about that. In any case, if those numbers make sense, then you need to get on the EV charging plan, assuming they have one, or at least a plan where they charge you less after prime time. Then only charge your Tesla during those hours. The math does not work unless you got an average of 50 mpg with your gasoline car. You should definitely see good savings versus the average 20 mpg car. Even at this ridiculously high electricity cost, you must be driving a lot more. That would be my guess. The cost of your electricity appears to be abnormally high, but there may be other things to look into. 1. What is your vehicle's average kWh per mile consumption? 1. Have you signed up for any trip logging service that might be hitting the car's API for data? Visible Tesla, for example. My concern is that your car might never be going to sleep, having a high vampire drain. If it's NSX, this can also be caused by leaving the key fob too close to the vehicle. 1. Is your car parked in a garage or outdoors? 1. Are you using the schedule charging feature to finish charging by HH:MM? This will help the battery vehicle be warm when you typically leave the house. 1. If outdoors or in an unheated garage, do you warm up the car while plugged in or just pop in and go? If you warm up a cold Tesla by driving it, your kWh use will be higher than if you warmed up before driving. $0. 26 kilowatts? That seems really steep. I pay about 6 cents a kW, all tariffs and refueling costs in there from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Have you contacted your electric company to see if they offer off-peak rates? I pay an average of $12 a month for my car's electric needs, from about $65 a month for gas. I only put about 750 miles a month on my car. My electric is 13 cents per kWh. Why didn't you look into the cost of electricity before purchasing the Tesla? Do you have peak times that you can avoid charging in to prevent overage fees? So you use less than 200 kWh a month normally? That's unusually low. Gas or electric heat? Our bill was $40 in November, $320 in December due to cold. I just got surprised by my electricity bill being over $200, about $120 higher than last year, but I did drive over 3,300 miles, tracked with TeslaFi, which works out to 3.6 cents per mile. My old Civic was 2730 mpg, so at best with $3 gal gas it would have been over $330 in gasoline. I find that most people don't track their gas expenses closely, but electric bills are easy to track and compare, so people notice it more. Do you have a choice of electricity providers over there? My AV kWh is 0.07 cent, and if I hit 1000 kWh I get $100 bill credit on the statement. It gets costly per kWh if I go over 1500 kWh though lol. It all depends on how much you drive. I don't pay nearly as much per kWh and I don't drive that much, and my bills are less than $40 per month higher. 0.1038 here in VA. That's always. There are some plans which will lower the cost at night for a higher cost in the morning, but for me it makes more sense to stay at the 0.1038 full time. 0.2601 is really high, but for me it would still be savings from my 18 mpg ICE. I feel for you. I'm paying about $1.21/kWh here on Long Island, NY. No time of use plans available. I just got my first winter bill and posted about it a few days ago. It was about even with my gas spending. I'm in the process of getting quotes for solar, looks like my best bet. I also started using a free charger that's about a 10-minute walk from work. I realized how much I could save with a little free charging on days when it's warm enough for a short walk. Good exercise too lol. Live in MA, used to own a Tesla, very little saving compared to current price of gas. Electricity rates are low to mid 20 cents, and the time of use rates are only a couple cents cheaper. If you do TOU, they pork you on your rates during daylight hours. Also a lot of energy used heating car battery and vampire drain in the car. I'll be buying another Tesla hopefully soon, but not buying for any sort of savings over ICE. Mass has the highest electricity rates in the Northeast at an average of 18.50 cents per kilowatt hour. Who is your utility? Oh wow, electricity here is 0.067 per kWh. I feel bad for you all. I'm on a tiered plan and pay 0.06 after 10 p.m. What's your utility electric provider? How many miles do you drive a day, week, month? I certainly hope you aren't preheating your car on HI for an hour like some people suggest you do. That it cost you over $1.50 per day. Math does not add up at all. How many miles do you drive a month? You must on tiered plan. You can switch to TOU, time of use plan, so you can charge your car during the super off-peak hours. You can also save more money by adding a solar system. I live in California and I have 2 Teslas and solar. My utility company send me a check, around $80 every year, because I am producing more electricity than I can use. My electric bill is usually negative amount as the utility company owes my money, but I do have to pay around $20 per month for the use of the grid. If you want cheaper power in Massachusetts, you're going to need to lobby for Northern Pass and the Northeast expansion. Plug into a 240V outlet if you can. A 240V outlet is 90% efficient versus 65% efficient for 120V. In short, this means you are throwing away an extra 11 cents for every kWh you add to your car based on your rate of 26 cents per kWh. Math: 1.65 1.90 equals 0.43 kWh. 0.2601/kWh equals extra $0.112/kWh on 120V versus 240V. The math doesn't really check out, unless you're comparing it with a Prius or something. Placed where electricity is that expensive, California usually have high gas prices too. And vice versa, pretty much anywhere in the US, the cost to fill up an EV is like 1/4 the cost of gas on a per-mile basis of the same local area, assuming you're charging from home. Try checking if they have a time of use policy. For me, the hours between 1 and 5 am are less than 7 cents per kWh. Had the same issue. I asked on the subreddit and everyone made it seem like I was full of S. Math doesn't add up and stuff. What I figured out in the end is that even though the car says it used 35 kWh, when it charges it uses more than that. You do pay a lot for electricity, so it may not be worth it. My rate is a lot lower and it translates to 1/3 of what I used to pay for gas. If this is your own building and not an apartment, you should be getting solar. Solar has a payback at 11 cents a kWh, so at 26 cents it should be a really good deal. See if you can put a monitor on how much power your wall charge is using, both while charging and while not charging, both plugged and unplugged. Maybe there's something up with it. You pay 26 cents per kWh? That's a crazy high cost for electricity. My nightly rate is only 5 cent kWh. Does your utility have tiered rates you can move to? I will say your EV is very inefficient in the colder months versus in spring and summer. You might see your usage go down by about 30% come April or so. My local utility, Rocky Mountain Power, has a time of use plan, so I was paying $0.034/kWh. Your rates suck. Hopefully they have off-peak or EV discount available. I charge at work for free now and have installed solar at home, so it's basically free to drive outside of long road trips. Ouch, my electricity is 0.11 per kWh. 26 cents, that's supercharger rates. J-easy. What are the current low max temperatures in your area? I see your car stands outdoor. Do you use preheating or scheduled charging? How do you charge? Voltage, ampere. 1. How many miles are you driving per month? 2. Do you have any stats or TeslaMotors apps to monitor how much you are charging? 3. Have you done a deeper dive into your electric bill? Is there one of those extra fees if you go over certain kWh used? A lot of times people who bought Teslas see a larger than expected jump is because prior to the car they were not using over 1000 kWh of energy. There are providers whose plans charge a penalty, or the rate skyrockets when 1000 kWh is hit. When are you charging? If you charge at night using the scheduled charging, you probably will have less of a bill. That's expensive electricity. Geez. Look into what your electricity plan is. That rate is nuts. You should be able to at the very least get a TOU, time of use plan set up with cheaper rates based on time of day, and then you can set your car to only charge during those hours. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to hear more of the best posts.